What if I told you there is a place in Switzerland where time seems to stand still? A village so beautiful that it doesn't look real. Wooden houses covered with colorful flowers. Crystal clear waterfalls flowing down towering mountains. Tiny streets where every corner feels like a painting. No noisy traffic, no crowded city life, just nature, peace, and breathtaking beauty. Many people visit Switzerland every year, but very few ever discover this hidden gem. It is a place where every season creates a completely different fairy tale. Today, in stunning 4K Ultra HD, we're taking you on a journey to one of Switzerland's most magical hidden villages. So sit back, relax, and prepare to experience a place that almost feels too beautiful to exist. Let's begin. Welcome to Switzerland's hidden paradise. Switzerland is famous for its snowy Alps, peaceful lakes, luxury trains, and charming mountain towns. Millions of travelers dream of visiting places like Zurich, Lucerne, Interlaken, or Zermatt. But hidden far away from the busy tourist routes lies a village that many visitors never get to see. A place where nature is untouched, where traditions have been preserved for centuries, where every sunrise feels magical and every sunset leaves unforgettable memories. As the morning light slowly spreads across the mountains, the village begins to wake up. Soft golden sunlight touches the rooftops. Birds sing from nearby forests. The sound of flowing water echoes through the valley. Fresh mountain air fills every breath. It is impossible not to slow down here. Life moves differently. There is no rush, no stress, only peace. From above, the village looks almost unreal. Traditional. Wooden chalets sit perfectly between green hills and towering snow-covered peaks. Each house seems carefully placed by nature itself. Bright red, pink, and purple flowers decorate balconies, creating colorful scenes everywhere you look. Narrow walking paths connect every home. Tiny wooden bridges cross clear mountain streams. Old stone fountains continue flowing just as they have for hundreds of years. Everything feels authentic. Nothing feels artificial. This isn't a place built for tourists. It's a real village where people continue living simple and meaningful lives. As the drone slowly flies over the rooftops, the entire valley opens beneath us. Massive mountains surround the village from every direction. Dense forests cover the lower slopes. Higher above, sharp rocky cliffs rise dramatically into the clouds. Even higher, brilliant white glaciers shine under the morning sun. The contrast is breathtaking. Green valleys, blue skies, white mountains, crystal rivers. Every color looks richer than anywhere else on Earth. One of the most incredible things about this hidden Swiss village is how perfectly it blends into its surroundings. Nothing disturbs the natural beauty. There are no giant hotels blocking the view, no skyscrapers, no busy highways, only traditional architecture that has remained almost unchanged for generations. The houses are built from local wood and stone. Many families have lived here for hundreds of years. Every building tells a story. Every street carries history. Walking through these quiet lanes feels like stepping into another century. The only sounds you hear are church bells ringing in the distance, flowing rivers, birds singing, and the gentle wind moving through the trees. For many visitors, this silence is the greatest luxury of all. What makes this village even more extraordinary is that it completely transforms throughout the year. In spring, colorful wildflowers cover the hillsides like nature's own carpet. Fresh waterfalls become stronger as the snow begins to melt high in the Alps. Everything feels alive again. Summer brings long, sunny days. The valleys become bright green. Farmers lead cows through peaceful mountain meadows. Their traditional bells create a gentle soundtrack that echoes across the landscape. Children play outside. Hikers explore endless mountain trails. Photographers find beauty around every corner. Then autumn arrives. The forests slowly change into shades of gold, orange, and deep red. Morning fog gently rolls through the valley, creating scenes that feel almost dreamlike. Every sunrise becomes a masterpiece. Finally comes winter. Snow quietly covers every rooftop. The village transforms into a real-life Christmas postcard. Warm lights glow from cottage windows. Smoke rises gently from old chimneys. Snowflakes fall silently onto narrow streets. Everything becomes calm. Everything becomes magical. Every season tells a different story, and every visit offers a completely new experience. Perhaps the most beautiful thing about this hidden village isn't the mountains. It isn't the waterfalls. It isn't even the incredible scenery. It's the feeling. The moment you arrive, something changes. You naturally begin to walk more slowly. You notice details you would normally ignore. The sound of water, the smell of fresh pine trees, the cool mountain breeze, the warmth of the morning sunlight. For the first time in a long while, you simply enjoy the present moment. No deadlines, no notifications, no endless noise, just nature, just peace, just Switzerland at its very best. And as our journey continues, we'll discover hidden waterfalls, breathtaking mountain viewpoints, centuries-old traditions, and unforgettable landscapes that make this one of the most magical places in Europe. As the morning sun climbs higher above the mountains, the village becomes even more beautiful. Golden light reflects from every window. The air is still cool and fresh, carrying the scent of pine trees, wildflowers, and clean mountain water. Every step through these peaceful streets reveals another unforgettable view. You don't need a map here. The best way to explore is simply to wander. Every narrow path leads to something special. Every corner hides another postcard-perfect scene. One sound follows you almost everywhere in this village. The sound of flowing water. Tiny streams run beside old walking paths. Fresh water rushes down from the snow-covered Alps above, creating countless waterfalls along the mountainsides. Some waterfalls are gentle and peaceful. Others crash powerfully over giant cliffs before disappearing into crystal-clear rivers below. The water is so clean that local people have trusted these natural springs for generations. Standing beside one of these waterfalls is an experience that words can barely describe. The cool mist touches your face. The sound is powerful, yet calming. For a moment, nothing else matters. It reminds you how incredible nature can be when it is left untouched. As we continue our journey, we come across small wooden bridges crossing sparkling mountain streams. Many of these bridges have connected different parts of the village for decades. Some have stood here for over 100 years. Looking down through the wooden rails, you can clearly see smooth stones resting beneath the clear water. Tiny fish swim quietly against the gentle current. The sunlight dances across the surface, creating beautiful reflections that constantly change. It feels like nature is putting on its own light show. There is no hurry here. Many visitors simply stop in the middle of the bridge. Take a deep breath, listen to the flowing water, and enjoy the peaceful silence. One of the first things you'll notice is the traditional wooden homes. Known as Swiss chalets, these beautiful houses are more than just buildings. They are part of the country's history. Built from strong local timber, each chalet is designed to survive harsh alpine winters while remaining warm and welcoming inside. Every balcony is decorated with colorful flowers. Bright red geraniums spill over the railings. Window boxes bloom with pink, purple, yellow, and white flowers. Even the smallest cottage looks picture-perfect. Some homes have hand-carved wooden details that have been carefully preserved for generations. No two chalets are exactly alike. Each one reflects the personality of the family living there. Together, they create one of the most charming villages you could ever imagine. Modern life has reached many parts of the world, but here, traditions are still an important part of everyday life. Early each morning, farmers guide their cows into the green mountain meadows. The gentle ringing of traditional cowbells fills the valley. It is a sound that has echoed through these mountains for centuries. Many families continue producing handmade cheese using recipes passed down through generations. Fresh milk arrives every morning. Everything is made with patience, care, and respect for tradition. There are no shortcuts. The result is food that tastes fresh, natural, and unforgettable. For the people who live here, this is not a tourist attraction. It is simply their way of life. And perhaps that is what makes this village feel so authentic. In many parts of the world, life moves incredibly fast. People rush from one place to another. Phones never stop ringing. Schedules are always full. But here, everything feels different. You may see an elderly couple sitting quietly outside their home, enjoying the morning sunshine. Children laugh as they walk to school together. Neighbors stop to chat instead of rushing past each other. There is time for conversations, time for nature, time for family, time simply to enjoy life. Watching this peaceful lifestyle reminds us of something we often forget. Happiness doesn't always come from having more. Sometimes it comes from slowing down enough to appreciate what we already have. One of the most unforgettable sights in this hidden Swiss village is the incredible display of flowers. Almost every balcony is overflowing with color, small. Gardens surround many homes. Window. Boxes bloom with fresh flowers from spring until early autumn. Walking through these streets feels like walking inside a giant botanical garden. Butterflies gently fly between blossoms. Bees quietly collect nectar. The sweet scent of flowers mixes with the fresh mountain air. It creates an atmosphere that feels peaceful, joyful, and alive. Even professional photographers often spend hours here, waiting for the perfect light. Because no matter where you point your camera, the view is beautiful. Not far from the village, a quiet hiking trail begins to climb into the surrounding hills. The path winds through green forests filled with tall pine and spruce trees. Sunlight filters through the branches, creating beautiful patterns on the forest floor. Every few minutes, another opening in the trees reveals an even more breathtaking view. As the climb continues, the village becomes smaller below. The rooftops begin to look like tiny wooden toys. The river winds gently through the valley like a shining ribbon. In the distance, snow-covered mountain peaks seem to stretch endlessly toward the sky. Finally, we reach a peaceful viewpoint. The entire valley opens before us. It's the kind of view that makes you stop talking, not because there is nothing to say, but because words are simply not enough. You realize that some places aren't just meant to be seen, they're meant to be felt. And this hidden Swiss village is certainly one of them. But our journey is far from over. As the day continues, we'll discover hidden mountain trails, breathtaking panoramic landscapes, peaceful alpine lakes, and one of the most magical sunset views in all of Switzerland. Stay with us, because the best is still waiting just ahead. As the afternoon sun shines brightly over the valley,